news and insight. Be it breaking news, thought-provoking discussions, we are your number one online radio station in Southwest Nigeria. We are dedicated to delivering top-notch content that keeps you informed, entertained, and engaged. Stay connected on Power365 Radio by following us on all our social media platforms, on Facebook at Power365FM, Instagram at Power.
Kí gbogbo ọmọge tó rẹwà lẹ́wàdún rí dùn wò tán láwọ̀ tó omi alàgbà tán jẹ́ ọmọ ní àwọn ìlú wa ní òkè ògùn lápapọ̀ àsìkò tó láti tú yáyà jáde láti kópa nínú ìdíje omidan òkè ògùn 2024. Àwọn èyí tá a ṣe sẹ́yìn lẹ́ẹ̀kan sára sí tọ̀tẹ̀ yìí tún máa lóyin ládùn yà lára ọ̀tọ̀ nígbà tí omidan tó bá gbígbà orókè tí ó máa lọlé pẹ̀lú 300,000 naira. Ẹni tó bá jẹ́ igbákejì àti ìkẹta àwọn náà tún máa lọlé pẹ̀lú ẹ̀bùn tó dingiri. Ra fọ́ọ̀mù lónìí pẹ̀lú 5,000 naira kí o sì ta olúborí inú rẹ jí. Ẹ tún wá gbọ́ o àǹfààní àti yan àwọn èèyàn tó kójú òṣùwọ̀n láti gba àmì ẹ̀yẹ fún iṣẹ́ takuntakun tí wọ́n ń ṣe ó tún ti yọ o. Ẹ lè pè ẹ fi mẹ́sẹ̀gì ránṣẹ́ tàbí WhatsApp Ajíbọ́lá lórí nọ́mbà yìí 0813-728-9834. Àwọn onígbọ̀wọ́ ni Alhaji Aiki Dendebula.
Good morning and welcome to yet another interesting edition of Newspaper Review on Power365 FM, your number one online radio in Southwest Nigeria. We have the best among the rest. Whatever you may be listening to my voice, this is a Bidapo Miracle Oluwadami Lola. This morning, I have with me the Punch newspaper to review together with you this morning. Don't forget, we're live on all our social media and on Facebook at Power FM Live, on YouTube at Power365 FM, and for the TikTok lovers at Power365 Online Radio is where to watch us and listen to us live and read, and also on web www.power365fm.com. First of all, the headlines. Hold Naira note remain valid indefinitely. That's coming from CBN. Tinubu seeks Senate confirmation of ministerial nominees. ICYMI, Canada reduce permanent residency application slot. Hondopu Sanwo-Olu Omo-Agege leads APC 305-man campaign cancel. Customs sees 71.7 million smuggled items in Adamawa, Taraba. Federal government charges 9 over Fabio's impeachment rumor. Tinubu plagues livestock farming, revamps amid $1.5 billion dairy import. Nigerians law obsoleted last updated in 2024. That's coming from AGF. Binance executive campaigns depart Nigerian after 8-month detention. Paul Enache, wife, donates to Abuja communities empower orphans. Libya Sahel conflict for Nigerian armed proliferation. That's coming from DHQ. And on politics this morning, Hondopu Sanwo-Olu Omo-Agege leads APC 305-man campaign cancel. And also on business this morning, I'm able to cite this particular news story. This cost may show that power transmission repair cost that's coming for NARC. And also on business, enforced insurance firms urge government. We go on a short break, and while we're back from the short break, then we dive into the news in detail. Stay tuned, I will be right back. indefinitely coming from Central Bank. The Central Bank of Nigeria has clarified that the old naira of 200, 500, and 1000 notes will remain valid indefinitely, refuting claims that the notes would cease to be legal tender by December 31st, 2024. In a statement released on Thursday by the Acting Director of Corporate Communications, Sidi Akama, the CBN emphasized that such reports are false and intended to disrupt the nation's payment system. The statement read, the attention of the Central Bank of Nigeria has been drawn to discourse at different for suggesting that the whole series of 200, 500, and 1000 banknotes shall cease to be legal tender on December 31st, 2024. We wish to state categorically that such claims are false and calculated to disrupt the system of country's payment. For the avoidance of doubts, the order of Supreme Court of Nigeria on Wednesday, November 29, 2023, granted the prayer of the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice to extend the use of old naira banknotes and if its subsides. The CBN reaffirmed its commitment to ensuring that all Nigerians banknotes, including both the old and the redesigned series, remain in circulation. With further details on that on the Punches paper this morning, as old naira notes remain valid indefinitely, coming from CBN. Tinubu seeks Senate confirmation of ministerial nominees. The Senate on Thursday received a request from President Bola Tinubu for the screening and confirmation of appointment of 7 ministerial nominees announced in Abuja on Wednesday. The President's request was contained in a letter addressed to the Senate President Godswill Akpabio and read at the beginning of plenary on Thursday. On Wednesday, the President effected a change in his cabinet, sacking 5 ministers and announcing 7 replacements as nominees. The sacked ministers are Uju Ken Ohaneye, Women Affairs, Lola Adejon, Tourism, Prof. Tahi Maman, Education, Abdullahi Mohammed Gwazo, State Housing and Urban Development, and Jamila Biu Ibrahim, Youth Development. The ministerial nominees, as contained in the letter, are Dr. Nentawa Yuwadata, Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, Muhammad Gairi Ginyadi, and Minister of Labour and Employment, and Bianca Odinaka Odumegu Ojuku, Minister of State, Foreign Affairs. Others are Dr. Jumoke Oduwole, Minister of Industry, Trade and Development, Idemukta Mahia, Minister of Livestock Development, Yusuf Abdullahi Atta, Minister of State, Housing, and Dr. Suwaiba Saheed Ahmed, Minister of State and Education. Tinubu in the letter sought for expeditious consideration of his request by the Senate. Accordingly, as announced by Akpabio, the Senate referred the presidential request to the committee of the whole for consideration very soon. He said, distinguished colleagues, and presidential request is referred to the committee of the whole for consideration very soon. Read further details on that on the Punch newspaper as Tinubu says Senate confirmation of ministerial nominees. Ondopu Sanwo-Olu Omagege leads APC 305-man campaign cancel. The Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has been appointed chairman of the National Campaign Council, formed by the ruling All Progressive Congress to drive the party's campaign for the upcoming Ondo State governorship election. This was disclosed in a list issued by the APC National Organizing Secretary Sulaiman Hagugu on Thursday. The Ondo governorship election is scheduled for 16th of November. Sanwo-Olu is set to lead a 305-member council, leveraging his leadership experience in Lagos to guide the campaign activities and winning strategies. He will be supported by the former Deputy Senate President, Senator Ovi Omagege, who served as a secretary, alongside prominent APC figures such as Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State, Kebbi State Governor Nasir Idris, Governor Dapo Abiodun, and Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume. The statement partly reads the National Working Committee, led by Abdullahi Ganduje has approved the composition of the Ondo State National Gubernatorial Campaign Council. The inauguration of the Ondo State National Gubernatorial Campaign Council will take place at the International Event Center, the Dome in Akure, Ondo State on the 28th of October 2024. Read further details on that. As Ondo State Pool Sanwo-Olu Omagege leads APC 305-man campaign council. On international news stories this morning, Canada reduces permanent residency application slots. The Canadian government has announced measures to tackle population growth by lowering the number of permanent residents coming to the country. The Minister of Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship, Mark Miller, on Thursday announced that rather than the 500,000 yearly slots for permanent residents, the country would be lowering the numbers for the next 3 years. It said the new measures would come into effect from 2025. According to him, the country will welcome 395,000 permanent residents in 2025, 308,000 in 2026, and 365,000 in 2027. He explained that the 2025-2027 immigration levels plan will pause population growth in the short terms to achieve well-managed sustainable growth in the long term. The level plans include control target for temporary residents, specifically international students and foreign workers, as well as for permanent residents, the minister said. Read further details on that also on the Punch tomorrow this morning as Canada reduced permanent residential slots, application slot. Finally, on newspaper review this morning, Customs seized 71.7 million smuggled items in Adamawa, Taraba. The Nigerian Customs Service Adamawa Taraba Area Command seized items valued at 71.7 million between August and September from suspected smugglers. The Customs Area Controllers, Mr. Gaba Bashir, as disclosed. Bashir made this known in Yola, Adamawa State on Thursday while briefing newsmen at the anti-smuggling drive of the command. The news agency of the Nigerian reports that the seized items included 33,595 liters intended to be smuggled into the Republic of Cameroon. Other items were 3 vehicles being smuggled by the suspected smugglers, 200 bags of foreign flour, rice, and 10 bales of second-hand clothing. Read further details on that. And Customs seized 71.7 million smuggled items in Adamawa and Taraba. Right up before we leave this morning, let's run through the headlines once again. Old Naira notes remain valid indefinitely, coming from CBN. Tinubu seeks Senate confirmation of ministerial nominees. Canada reduced permanent residency application slot. Ondopu Sanwo-Olu Omagege leads APC 305-man campaign council. 71.7 million smuggled items in Adamawa Taraba custom seized. Federal government 9 over Akpabio's impeachment rumor. Tinubu pledged livestock farming, revamp amid $1.5 billion dairy imports. Thank you so very much for being part of Newspaper Review this morning. Till I come your way tomorrow. Okay, that's till I come away on Monday rather. My name is Ebida for Miracle Oluwadami. Have yourself a fantastic and lovely weekend ahead.